Hey ladies! So I know I've talked about this before, but today I want to talk to you about muscle and metabolism. I hear this often. Actually, I even heard it today. One of my ladies said, I don't want muscle. And I totally understand. And here is the big newsflash. Muscle is a good thing. And a lot of women, especially, associate muscle to being bulky or not being feminine. But muscle is amazing for our bodies. And here is something I want to tell you. So they are doing something now, and it's called the hand grip test, which tests how well you can crush a handshake. And what they are finding is that it's one of the best indicators of your overall longevity and robust aging. So, April, does this mean that I should go around and start tearing apart phone books and challenging random strangers to arm wrestle me? Well, I mean, that would be kind of cool, but not necessary. Unless maybe you want to prove how strong you're getting from Bootcamp, then well, you get the green light from me, sister, go. Okay, so what is cool about this is it means if you have a strong grip, you are strong. And if you are strong, it probably means you have a lot of lean muscle mass, connective tissue, you have good dense skeleton, and the motor control to recruit these things. And of course, it means the rest of your systems are working pretty well too. So ladies, I've actually mentioned this before, but I want to tell you this story just in case you haven't heard it. So my mom had gone a while without working out, and she really wanted to get healthy again. And of course, I wanted to spend time with her. But here's the thing. She had dislocated toes in both of her feet, and she couldn't bend her toes at all. And I remember her being super worried about bothering me or messing with my classes. And I told her what I told you ladies. That's my job, Mom. Let me help you. So to give you what you need, you are never a bother. So I want you to know that, just like I wanted my mom to know that. But fast forward to a year after she started working with me. So she did my CrossFit classes, and we did a lot of the same movements. So she went into surgery on one of her feet. She could only do one at a time, but for this first surgery, as she was preparing for it, my aunt told her she was going to need one of those things that you put on the toilet that has bars on the side and it helps you get up. And she talked about how much she needed it. This was my aunt. How much she needed it when she broke her ankle. And my mom just laughed at her. Mind you, my mom is 67 and my aunt is in her late 40s. Needless to say, she never bought one of those things because she had been doing single leg work for that entire year with me. Intentionally, which hint, hint, we do a lot of single leg work. But I don't do it just to mess with you. It's very important. So fast forward to after her surgery. Mind you, my mom's foot is all bundled up and she can't really walk on it really well or do any type of weight-bearing exercises. But my mom had one of those little scooter things. My mom works in a dental office, and she was walking to her car, again with her little scooter, and she tripped and fell. And a bunch of her much younger work girlfriends were out there with her, and they looked at her so concerned. And all of a sudden, my mom did a single leg squat and got her booty off the ground. When I tell you, all of her office mates were in total shock. I was so proud when she told me this. I was like, that's my mama. My mama doesn't need no potty assistance. But seriously, I want this freedom, this just independence. You know, my mom's not a spring chicken anymore, but doing strength training exercises by building lean muscle tissue, she was able to say no to the potty squatty assistance. All right, so going back to the hand grip test, they have even found that the hand grip test is a better predictor of aging over your cardiovascular function, so your VO2 max, your ability to utilize oxygen, your flexibility, and even your balance. So I thought that was pretty cool. So with that being said, strength training is good for you, which is why we do a lot of it. So I also want you to know something very important, because I hear this all the time. So my ladies are like, I've been working so hard and I can tell that my clothes are feeling looser, but I jump on the scale and I'm heavier. And they're all sad about it. And it honestly breaks my heart, because this is something I absolutely need you to understand. Muscle tissue, lean muscle tissue, is very dense. It weighs more than fat tissue. So as we are decreasing body fat, which is what we want, we are increasing muscle through our strength training exercises, which is good. This is going to help us increase our metabolism. This is going to help increase our bone density. This is, like we've discussed, so essential for all of our body processes. So you are losing body fat, girlfriends, and I want you to be as excited about it as I am. Stop being so sad about the weight on the scale going up. Okay, so here's how we are going to say no to the lie of the scale. We are going to do two things. If you have not already, you are going to take progress pictures. And I know a lot of ladies are super uncomfortable with where they're at, or, unfortunately, it breaks my heart. Some people don't like to look at themselves in pictures. But these are for you. And you are going to want to see these at the end of camp. So we're halfway through, and if you haven't already taken pictures, shame on you, because you've already missed out on 3 weeks of amazing progress, but that's okay, I'll forgive you. Go ahead and take them now. And I want them in something that you can see a difference in. So whether it's a bathing suit, whether it's, a tight shirt or tight shorts, or if you're uncomfortable in all of those things and you would not do it in any other manner, then take a picture in something you're comfortable in. But you want to be able to see your progress. I cannot stress that enough. So baggy clothes are not going to help you. All right, so we're going to take progress pictures. And the second thing is I want you to take measurements. The more measurements you have, the more data you have to compare. So if you take a measurement at your belly button, that's one measurement. You can measure your bicep, you can measure your thigh. Generally, you want to measure the middle part of both your arm and your thigh. So in between, there's like a bone on your hip. So I want you to kind of touch that, and then the bone on your knee, and then go in the middle of that. And that just helps you make sure that you're consistent with your measurements. So go ahead and take those measurements if you haven't already. And we're taking our progress pictures, and then we will have appropriate data to compare to the scale. So we have the scale, we have our waist measurements, we have our progress photos. Now we have 3 sources to see the truth of what's truly happening. So I'm going to leave you with that, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful day. And we are going to practice our strength training on Friday, because today we have more of a cardiovascular workout, and it's super fun if you haven't done it yet. I'm so excited for you to do it tonight. If you have done it, make sure you fuel your bodies and drink lots of water. And I will see you on Friday. Have a great day, ladies.